How do I become a Disney travel agent? That's a question I get asked almost daily. The short answer is you have to find a travel agency that specializes in Disney vacations and work with them. But we all know this is not a short answer only. There's so much more that you need to know. In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you some questions and some tips and suggestions you could ask potential travel agencies that you are interviewing with during the interview process, and find if they're a good match for you and find if you are a good match for them. So if that's something you're interested in, stay tuned. And if this is our first time meeting, let me introduce myself. My name is Coral, and I am the founder of CoralJoyTravel, which is a travel agency that specializes in Disney vacations. Guys, I have been in your shoes. I imagine you are here because you have a passion for Disney. You are that Disney friend that always helps your other friends, your family members. You help plan and prepare and research for their trips as you do for yourself. And you have heard about travel agents that sell Disney. If that's who you are and that's why you're here, keep watching. This video will really help you. If this is not something you're interested in, well, that's okay. You can keep watching too, because this can actually help for anyone, not just someone who wants to sell Disney-only vacations, but for someone who is really interested in becoming a travel agent themselves. Before we continue, if this is, like I said, your first time here and you are not yet a subscriber, definitely consider subscribing on that red button below and give this video a like at the end if this was helpful for you. So first and foremost, number one, and I'm going to give 10 tips and there are questions in there as well for you, so you may want to get a piece of paper to help you along. But the most important thing you have to do, first and foremost, is do your research. Number one, you have to get on a computer or on your phone, it's easier on the computer if you ask me, and do your research. Try to find travel agencies that specialize in Disney vacations. Do a Google search. Travel agencies specializing in Disney vacations. You could also write Disney travel agency, but I will tell you, that's not really what we're called. We are not called Disney travel agents. We are not employees of Disney. So if you search up travel agencies specializing in Disney vacations, you will get a list. There are so many travel agencies out there that do specialize in Disney vacations. Some of these travel agencies are enormous and they have 200 plus people working for them as travel agents. And some of these travel agencies are smaller. You may hear my dog in the background having a good dream, apparently. Some of the travel agencies are a little smaller. My agency is a small agency. We just have a few members on our team. But do your research. Find some agencies that kind of make you feel good. It's kind of a gut feeling, really, in the beginning. Maybe you want to make a list of 10 agencies. You know, you don't want to really go beyond that, but find 10 that kind of speak to you and just keep them written down. So that's number one. Number two is understand that the travel agency that you do or could potentially start working with will consider you an independent contractor and not an employee. So you are going to have to understand that you will be paid by commissions that you make on your Disney trips, and you will not have a fixed salary. So just know this in advance, okay? That's very important for you to know. Number three is understand that you will have a commission split. All right, so I talked about your payments or your salary, right, will be based on the trips that you sell, and each trip has a commission in it. But you have to understand that you will not get, most likely, you will not get the full 100% of that commission because you are working for a travel agency. So there's usually a commission split. This is very, very common. I think almost always you will have a commission split. Some agencies start novice travel agents at a 50-50 split. So for example, if you sold a trip and the commission was $200, you would receive $100 and the travel agency would receive $100. That's if it's a 50-50 split. Some agencies go up to 70-30, where you would, as the independent contractor, would receive 70% of the commission and the travel agency owner would receive 30. So understand that you will have a commission split, but note this down. In the interviewing process, if you get to that point with these travel agencies that you are interested in working with, in the interviewing process, ask them what your commission split is. It's very important to know because they will be all over. I mean, like I said, it could be 50-50, it could be 60-40, it could be 70-30, it could be 75-25. And not only ask them what you start at, but ask them if there is potential for growth in earning more commissions. So say you sell, $10,000 worth of, not of trips, that's actually not hard to do, but you have made $10,000 worth of commissions, can my commission split go up? Ask if there's growth for a commission split. Oftentimes there is, but it's important to find out in the interviewing process. I just really want to help you understand that you need to really think about yourself. These travel agencies are really seeing if you're a good fit for them, but you need to see if they are a good fit for you. So that's why you have to have questions that you ask them along the way. All right, so number 4, understand that yes, you do have a commission. Yes, you will have a commission split, but understand when you are paid. Okay, this is sometimes an eye-opener. You will get paid, well, let me step back. The travel agency is paid from Disney. We're really talking about Disney, this travel supplier. Oftentimes 7 to 10 days after the client returns home from the trip. So if the travel agency is paid 7 to 10 days after, oftentimes what travel agencies say is we will pay our independent contractors their commission splits within 30 days of the client's travel. That is not true for every travel agency. So I would say this, write this down, ask them when they pay their commission splits to their independent contractors. It's important to know. That's just something that you should inquire because, some agencies are very, very good at payments and some agencies really aren't. So that's why I say do your research and ask these questions because this will help you in the long run. Number 5, you want to inquire during this interviewing process, once you have narrowed down all of your agencies you want to work for and you have applied to all of these, there's usually an application. During the interviewing process, if you are that step with them, you want to inquire about support that you would receive as a new independent contractor and training you would receive as a new independent contractor. How are you supposed to know how to sell Disney vacations, right? I mean, that doesn't just happen. So most travel agencies will require you to do, it's called the College of Disney Knowledge, and that is a training that Disney actually provides us, which is fantastic. Kind of gives you information on all the different types of, trips you could sell with Disney, whether it's the Disney Cruise Line, Disneyland, Aulani, Adventures by Disney, Walt Disney World, etc. So it gives you information and training on that. And most agencies require you to complete that training before you start selling trips. That's fantastic. Maybe that's 5 hours of your life. But what then? Do you have support? Ask this potential travel agency, will I have a mentor? Who do I contact if I have questions along the way? These are very important things for you to consider, because you don't want to be left to the wolves when you start selling Disney vacations, because if you are, you're not going to be successful, and you want to be successful. I want you to be successful. So it's important for you to inquire how they do train their independent contractors. Is their training above and beyond the Disney College of Knowledge training through Disney? Important to know. Number 6, this is something that many people may not know, but travel agencies need to be accredited. I guess it does make sense. There are different accreditations that travel agencies can have. They could have a CLIA, they could have an IATA, or they could have an ARC accreditation, and there could be some others. But I would invite you to inquire during your interviewing process what accreditation your agency has. I think that's very fair and very smart, and it would make you look kind of like you know what you're talking about. So ask that and just make sure they are accredited, because maybe they'll say, oh, we don't have accreditation, and you can say, note to self, probably don't want to work for that agency, or, you know, that sort of thing. So find out what type of accreditation the travel agency has. Number 7, this is important too. During the interviewing process, there is something called errors and omissions insurance that travel agency owners are not required to have, but should have in case there was an error or an omission and there is a lawsuit brought out because of that. So inquire if this agency that you are interviewing with has errors and omissions insurance. They should. That would be a red flag if they didn't. So if they say, no, we don't, I would check them off the list for your own safety. Often travel agencies do have errors and omissions insurance, and sometimes it's up to, well, it could be up to $1 million in coverage. It could be up to $500,000 in coverage, but you also want to know what the deductible is. So say there was a problem and, you know, there was a mistake made, right? We're human. Things like this can happen, and this is why we have insurance. There was a mistake made and it can be covered by errors and omission. What is a deductible? Oftentimes it's like $500. It could be $1,000, but inquire. Find out up front what the deductible is. Ask to make sure that the independent contractors are covered underneath this travel agency policy as well, the errors and omissions policy as well. Number 8. Okay, number 8. I think it's important to know in the interviewing process, when it's your turn to ask all these questions, if the travel agency has a minimum requirement of sales that the independent contractors need to make. Some agencies do, some agencies don't. And it doesn't mean one's better than the other. I think it's important for you to know if there is a minimum. And and then I put this in part of 8 too. And also ask if the agency provides client leads to the independent contractors. Some agencies do, often the big ones, it just depends. Some agencies do provide client leads, but most agencies require the independent contractor to find all of their clients. So it's just, you know, it's just some things you need to ask and you should know before signing a potential contract with an agency to become this travel agent that sells Disney vacations. It's just important for you to know that. And now I'm going to number 9. I kind of talked about it just a second ago. Ask if this travel agency has a yearly contract that you would need to sign as an independent contractor, and if there are any yearly fees associated with being a part of their team. Now, this is going to be your business, right? You are working under a travel agency, but as an independent contractor selling Disney vacations, this is your baby. Whenever you would start a business, it's makes sense that you would pay money to start a business. So do not be concerned if they say, yes, there is a yearly fee. That's a very, very normal thing. If there is a fee, say, great, what does this fee cover? Does that cover part of your errors and omissions insurance? Most likely it does. Does it cover additional training? Does it cover your marketing? Does it cover your, an email address? Will they provide an email address for you? So I don't want you to be concerned if they do say, yes, there is a yearly fee, or yes, we have a contract. I think that's very, very, that's smart, okay? And it's important, to be honest. But if you're talking, like they say, oh, it's gonna be a $500 yearly fee, that seems a little excessive. I think there can be a range of yearly fees. You could start, some agencies I know charge around 100, 150, up to 250 plus. But some of these agencies that charge the 250 plus for a year are giving you a lot more, like a client relationship management tool to organize your Disney clients, etc. So find out what the fee is and find out what it covers. And then let's go back to the contract again. The contract is actually really important. Ask if they have a contract and if it's a yearly contract or is it a 6-month contract. Sometimes new agencies want to give these new travel agents a shorter contract because it may not be a good fit for you or the agency itself, and it kind of gives you both an out. Read through the contract if they do give you one very, very carefully. Make sure it sounds good. If you have any questions about the contract, talk to the agency owner. They want to, if they're interested in you and you are interested in them, but there's something about the contract that doesn't sound right to you, talk to them about that. This is your opportunity to kind of help yourself out. I really do. That's my objective in this video, is to help you as a potential travel agent, a new travel agent selling Disney, help you find the right fit for you, because your right fit may be different than someone else's right fit. So that's my goal in this video. And number 10. Number 10 is this. Becoming a travel agent that sells Disney vacations is not, it's not a job for someone who loves Disney. I know, right? Crazy. But it's true. It certainly helps if you love Disney. But let's be very honest. This is a sales job. This is a sales job. So you have to be comfortable marketing for yourself, calling people on the phone, writing people with great communication. You need to spell well. You need to be a good communicator. You need to be organized. You need to be self-motivated. You have to push yourself and understand that your clients may need you at inopportune times for you. But you're the travel agent, so you need to impress them. This is your job. It's to impress them and be a very good, successful agent. And you want them, your clients, to want to come back to you. So you have to do these things for them. You have to shine. You have to find the value that will make you be more impressive to book through than a website. Okay, so that's why we have to bend over backwards. So just understand that, yes, if you love Disney, that is fantastic, but this is a sales job, and this is hard. It is hard. Yes, it's easy. You can work from home most often, but if you want to be successful selling, it is hard and you have to sell. So, but again, show the value first. All right. So the question, how do I become a Disney travel agent, is not an easy answer, like I said in the beginning, right? It's not an easy answer. but I hope the questions that I provided you will be valuable for you when you are searching for travel agencies that specialize in Disney vacations, and that you decide to apply for, because you can apply to 5 if you want to. You can apply to 3. You don't just have to apply to 1. You want to find the right fit. So I hope that this helps you kind of think about questions you should ask these travel agencies during the interviewing process that will help you then narrow down and decide ultimately which travel agency is the best fit for you. That's it. That's a long video, but I really do hope it was helpful for you. Again, my name is Coral. I am the founder of CoralJoyTravel, and I do hope that you give this video a like if it was helpful for you. And gosh, here I am, talking about all these tips, and I just want to help you out because I was in your shoes. I was in your shoes years ago when I started this process, and this video kind of would have been helpful for me. Now, mind you, I did a lot of research to find out these answers, and I have sold so many Disney vacations in the years that I have, 1, been an independent contractor, and 2, been a travel agency owner. So again, I hope this was helpful for you. If it was, please give this video a thumbs up and consider subscribing to CoralJoyTravel for more Disney tips, Disney news, and Disney unboxings. Have a great day. I'll see you in my next Disney video. CoralJoyTravel, a touch of magic, sharing joy. Good luck to you guys. Bye.